Well, let me say a couple of things in addition about the SAGE program. For one thing, as I said earlier, that there weren't any software people. Lincoln probably had more people who knew about how to program, especially this kind of activity, than existed anywhere in the world. And MIT was not about to let us hire another 1,000 programmers. So we had to find an organization to supply those programmers. And first of all, we asked IBM and said, you're in the computer business, you need software people. Here's a great opportunity to get a lot of software people. And they said, well, we don't program our machines for our customers. We teach them how to do it, and then they do the programming. And we said, we don't think you're right about this. And they said, that's all right. You do your business, we'll do our business. And so it turned out that RAND was working on improvements to the existing manual system, and had a man who quite active and interested, and he thought that RAND should build this thing. The people who directed the RAND Corporation didn't want to do it. So they said, we'll spin off Kapler and his people and create a new corporation. It was one of a number of which were created for, say, to do software. Now, they had a handful of software people. So we started out and hired literally hundreds of people who were mathematics majors, school teachers, engineers of various sorts, and taught them how to program computers. And the SAGE program was written by a mass of hundreds of these people who wrote the computers and modified them to work in the various locations in which the direction centers were placed. And the Lincoln people all became supervisors. And so some fellow who had just been an electrical engineer, because they're electrical engineers are the best, that were had learned to write software for Whirlwind and Sage. They all became supervisors and had dozens of these SDC people working for them. And this was how the whole program was written. And then SDC, once they were up and running, they took all these people and went away. With IBM, as I said earlier, we started out thinking it was our computer, we were going to design it, but IBM was going to build it. And the IBM people had a lot of very good engineers, very proud engineers. So for a while there was a kind of a arm wrestling going on as to who was doing what. But so we traveled back and forth to Poughkeepsie, where IBM had a building for this job, and they came over in large numbers to Lincoln Lab. It was a very close-knit operation, very successful.